Hi Rachel, how are you doing today?
Good, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Alright, so what brings you in today?
Well, I got these hearing aids maybe like 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks. I've been trying to wear them, but they're just frustrating. I don't hear like I want to, and I think if I paid all that money for them, I should be getting something better.
And so what do you want out of them?
I mean, I guess I just want to be able to hear like I used to be. I love spending time with my family. I have lots of grandkids, and I want to be able to hear them. And I just feel like when I was a younger person and I didn't have this hearing problem, I was able to hear perfectly. And now it's just like I'm getting left out of everything, even with the hearing aids, because I can't hear.
Yeah. Alright, so did you talk to your audiologist about expectations and before you got the hearing aid, what to expect?
I guess we kind of did.
And what did she say? Or he?
She just made it kind of seem like, they would be fit for me, and so I thought that they'd be like really the best solution for me, and they'd really help out in every single situation.
And I'm not an audiologist, but from my experience in talking with others, I do know that in terms of expectations, your hearing probably won't be back to 100% normal. You did lose a sense, and hearing aids will help you, but there are other things that you have to do in order to kind of get back that communication that you once had. And there might be other things to do, like maybe you mentioned that you talk to your family, you love talking to your family.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe how is your communication with them? Are they working as hard as you were trying to work, or?
I mean, the problem is mostly my son. He lives close to me, and I get to see my grandkids like all the time, which is great. But he just gets frustrated with me all the time. He thinks that the hearing aid should fix everything, and that I shouldn't have to ask him to repeat himself. And, I try the best that I can, but I feel like he just doesn't understand.
Okay, and have you brought him to your audiologist appointment?
No, I've only gone by myself before. I thought that was how it's supposed to work out.
So, if I may, it could be maybe something helpful to bring your son to the appointment. What do you think, would come out of that if you did?
I definitely think it would help him to talk to somebody besides me, because, I'm his mom, whatever. He doesn't want to believe anything that I say, but if the doctor says it, then he might listen, and that might help him understand a little better.
Do you think that's something you'd like to do? Is that a possibility in the near future?
Yeah, I mean, he works part-time, and so he has some time to come with me. I think we definitely have some time to do that together.
Okay, I think that would be really great, and maybe he can get some more information about your hearing loss, and, you guys can work together. And the information that he learns, he can, give it to the rest of your family.
Yeah.
Do you have an appointment set up soon that you can?
Yeah. I actually have one coming up next week. So I think what I'll do is just call my son and see if he can come with me. And if not, I'll probably just reschedule when he can come.
Okay, I think that would be a great idea. So when you come back, we'll talk about what you and your son at the audiologist had spoke about, and if things have improved and there's anything else we need to work on. All right?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
Okay. So how do you think it went, Rachel?
I think it went well. I was a little, trying to keep reserved and, not let out so much information. But I think she did a good job, getting to the root of the problem, that it wasn't just me, that there were other people involved, and at the same time making me feel like there were steps that I could take to kind of help the situation. So that was great.
And Amanda?
Yeah, I think it went well. There was, a few things that she mentioned in the beginning about being frustrated about not wearing a hearing aid. I don't know if I really, touched on that much, but, through the process I learned that, her family was part of, what she was working with. So I'm glad we got to, tie in her family with that, with the solution and the plan, and that we can, kind of work together as, we spoke about, kind of working with two people. If someone doesn't, give the same effort, then the other person's going to be frustrated. So
Yeah, it's
Like that
just
one.
getting both people in balance, and that would be,
Yeah.
I guess, something to keep in mind. Like if my son came in with me for counseling too, that
Yeah.
would be kind of
Yeah, that's
another
true.
interesting dynamic.
That could have been something else that I could have suggested,
Yeah.
or you know, she could have came up with that plan.
Sure.
And when Rachel, did you think that she hooked you? When did you think that when do you think that she got to the root of the problem? Like,
Definitely when she asked about how is your interaction with your family, and that just kind of made it click. Like, okay, this isn't only my problem; it's a problem with multiple people, and it needs to have a solution with multiple people too. So that was good.
and Amanda, is this the path that you thought it was gonna go, or did it go in a different way, or?
I guess in the beginning, yes. You know, when she first presented her problem, I kind of wanted to figure out what was in her quality world. She mentioned her family, so I figured that's something that we should touch on and really, kind of figure out if they were helping or hindering, the issue, and try to figure out that there. But yeah, I think it went in the direction that I was, hoping, and we did come to a plan that, she helped come up with. So I thought that went well.
Yeah.
Rachel, do you think any other questions that you wanted her to ask you, or direction that you wanted it to go or thought it was gonna go?
Yeah. So maybe just in the end, kind of bring it back a little bit more to
Okay.
hearing aids, and say
That's true.
maybe how do you envision what's going to happen after you go have this
Okay.
meeting with the audiologist and your son,
Yeah.
and how is that going to be better for you?
That would have been a good idea.
Yeah.
I had a few observations,
Okay.
if I can.
Yeah.
And it's kind of we already touched on, but I thought it was awesome how you the son. I saw the reaction of Rachel being "Yep, you got me." That's what it was. That's what was the big thing to her. And, and that's so awkward. So and then you asked her to give you feedback. If you could give her feedback, which was awesome. I also think we were talking about how we didn't go back to the hearing aid, but I almost, as the observer, thought that it was almost not necessarily the hearing aid that was the problem.
True.
The underlying problem was the family and the miscommunication. So I don't know necessarily if you had to
Yeah.
draw it back to the
That
hearing
caused
That
the
makes sense.
frustrations.
Right, it was actually uncovering something
Okay.
new that didn't have to do with it. So I mean, I get where you both you saw it, but as a different perspective, I was kind of well, the son was really the thing, and
Right.
and she came up with it, the plan and everything, and you just reinforced it, and I was perfect. So I think it went well.
Okay.
Great.
Good. Well,
Thanks.
thank you.
Yeah.